Good morning. The weather at the Cape is perfect, and astronauts Borman, Lovell, and Anders are all set to go.
The engines are armed. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit. We have liftoff. Liftoff at 7:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have cleared the tower.
I got interested in space during the Apollo era and watched the space launches and watched the first landing on the moon with my mother. I was 7 years old and became very interested and decided I wanted to be an astronaut at that point. My name is Brian Barnett and I'm CEO and president of SatWest. I read as much as I could when I was a kid and figuring out what you needed to do to become an astronaut. And so by the time I was in college, the space shuttle they started launching commercial astronauts. So I wanted to be a commercial astronaut. So then I made sure I got a degree in microbiology, and then I started figuring out where I wanted to go to graduate school, and I started applying at NASA. I started driving to Houston during spring break, and then Washington, D.C., and just knocking on doors and trying to get a job. I worked there for 7 years. I worked in the payload project office, so I was like a project manager to get scientific payloads onto the shuttle. And then I worked in astronaut training, where I worked with the astronauts that were going to be working our experiments in space, and so we had to explain to them what to do. And when I left NASA, then I became a management consultant for a worldwide consultancy called KPMG, and I joined their commercial space group they had. We worked with NASA and commercial companies to start to talk about commercialization of space, and so we were pretty much the go-to consulting group, and so I became an industry expert in this area.
Morning. How are you?
Good. I'm Brian Barnett.
Chairman Council. FAA.
Yeah, I saw you yesterday.
Okay, I work out there with Mac Riley and Julia Tazard at the Mojave site. Yeah. We're licensing your operations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm on one of the payloads.
Okay.
Satellite communications.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Saw you yesterday, so I thought I'd say hi.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
See you a little bit.
Sure.
Good winds this morning, huh?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's going to be really good.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You have like an update or something?
Bruce gave us an update this morning.
Yeah. Excellent. Actually, this morning I was pretty worried about a launch scrub. NASA tweeted there might be a delay, and so I read that right before going to bed, and I thought, oh great. Today we're here at beautiful Spaceport America just to watch a launch that's carrying SatWest experiment and to send the very first text to space.
Still connected. Copy, power on.
It's the world's first purpose-built spaceport. By that we mean that it was built specifically for the purpose of commercial space. So most spaceports are actually adaptations of former government facilities, and as a consequence of that, they're not optimally designed. And so this one was designed from the beginning, from the ground up, as being an actual spaceport for commercial customers. So it's lean and mean. It doesn't cost as much to operate because it is lean and mean, and it has exactly what they need, nothing more, nothing less.
This is technically where you tell me what you'd love me back to. No, I'm okay.
The Bosque physics students are tasked to send the text messages to the SatWest Space Communicator during all phases of the mission. while the rocket is still on the launch pad, immediately after launch, in space, and on the way back down to Earth. I instructed the students to come up with messages that would be apropos for the mission. The students decided to construct the messages using well-known movie quotes from sci-fi movies.
On up to the speaker so you can hear everything that's happening from Launch Command. So that's what you're hearing right now is what their dialogue is on the launch pad as they're getting ready to go.
Hey, Ben, you can set, well, actually, rocket's up right now. Hello. I was wondering where you were.
Still
Have the connection going, so.
good.
Hello, it's about dropping out of signal.
LPS is Elsie. Go ahead, Elsie. Yeah, LPS, I need you to head out to the pad and check that firing box. Copy that, Elsie, heading out now. If you could go with him, please.
There's a delay of 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Call me back. The flight is 9:14. So I told him to call me back at 9:05.
We only have so much time to launch today. We have to rethink. Everybody has planes on the way home, so well, it's an expense for everybody. It's $35,000 a day for the rocket company.
Yeah, the earthquake hit the dump, so I mean.
Yeah, it's not too windy here.
That's 3 minutes and counting.
3 minutes and counting. Can you hear that?
Stand by for T-minus 60 seconds. On my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-minus 60 seconds and counting.
Woo!
Power control is powered on. Master enable. Auxiliary enable. Good signal return. T-minus 30 seconds on my mark, and 3, 2, 1, mark. T-minus 30 seconds and counting. The vehicle is armed. $20 seconds. 15 seconds. By for terminal count at T-minus 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Woo-hoo!
Burn up.
Yay!
Copy, good burn.
Woo!
Plus 30.
Right. Hey, Bosque Ben, this is Brian.
We're here.
All right, so everything looked
Now in
great.
space.
and we're in space. And it should have been there for,
Vehicle
as you know,
currently at
for about a minute now.
380,000 feet climbing.
And so all the messages are going off well.
We're good.
Keep up the good work. We'll be in touch again.
Vehicle's now heading back down to Earth. We're at 287,000 feet.
Space or a phone call.
It's going to be text.
Text to space. First ever commercial text to space. Just occurred.
How many times have you done this before?
I used to do it with the space shuttle a lot. So, but this is the first time from Spaceport America.
Okay, that's right. Thank you.
Well, currently at 60,000 feet and descending. 50,000 feet and descending. Okay, we have confirmation that the payload has separated.
Yes.
Phone verified. 4-6.
Yeah, we are, you could say, on a roll. Today was a very successful flight. Our objective is to provide the payloaders with time in microgravity, and we flew into space. We have a sounding rocket that goes to suborbital space. We had several payloaders on it, a total of about 100 pounds, and we flew them above the level for space, which is now typically considered 100 kilometers. So we took them up, brought them back, put them on the ground safely, and at this point we're recovering.
Okay, guys, let's, if everybody's got their pictures, we got work left to do to get the payloads out for the payloaders. Did everybody get a chance? Did everybody get... You do? Myself? It's probably still on.
Two messages got through.
Okay. So you got someone in space?
Yeah. And I did the first time on they got some on the launch pad. I need to get the tool from you. That's in my case.
We have ours. That screwdriver is ours that we just put tape on.
There you go, Brian. And thank you.
Nice.
Good job.
Candle on it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, if you need to work on this, probably set you up in the next building over here.
The big building over there?
The LCC.
No, right next door. Okay. I want to take the phone out and then give this back to you guys. Get your sticks there and slide them in. phone's still powered on, and the message bank is full, so that means they all came in.
The other man, you know, they got all the tools in it, so you
Looks like the last one. We need to get the
we're gonna need the other side of it, I think.
Is that yours? Thank you. Okay, so I guess we'll head outside. So as we were flying into space, we have Toto. I got a feeling we're no longer in Kansas anymore. Wizard of Oz. So it looks like our first, let's see, 4. As we were reaching space, the moments have passed. Whatever I do, I can't change this moment from inception. So it looks like the one that was in space was Hasta la Vista, baby. That's pretty appropriate. Hasta la Vista, baby. It's pretty good. Arnold, I guess, will enjoy that one. We achieved our chief objective, which was to demonstrate that we could text to space. We will be convincing NASA to send us again and putting the sales job on them, but we already have slots, so we know we're going to fly again. We want to fly. You can see the Virgin Galactic building is that way, and so that's where we want to fly in the next 12 months. We want to test that we can do emails and potential phone calls in space with the Virgin Galactic spaceship too, and that's pretty big. And it's taken me 18 years from 18 years I was out here. I mean, in terms of emotions, you asked me what got me involved with the spaceport. Well, I landed here, right here, in a helicopter in 1995 in the middle of the desert. I didn't know where we were, but we wanted to build the spaceport, and now we have it. And then I just flew the first text in space. So that's a big day for me.